Welcome to another edition of Bridging Realms. I am False Freedom 691.
I'm Dr. Gene Carlisle.
Today we're coming to you live from quarantine to talk to you about COVID-19, the coronavirus.
That's right. We are self quarantined. We are practicing social distancing to stop the spread of this virus. But we don't want to stop the research here at the Bridging Realms Project. So we are communicating remotely. We're working remotely every day. We're not in studio right now. Obviously, I am home at the palatial Carlisle estate, keeping safe and healthy. And False, as you can see, is stuck in his GameStop.
Yeah, I've been stuck in GameStop. I initially self-quarantined in GameStop in December. And I've been at this GameStop, only leaving to record the podcast since then. As you'll notice, the podcast has not been out in the past few weeks, and the reason is they did finally decide that I was a COVID super carrier, and they locked me away in the GameStop. So gamers can come in, they can still shop and purchase things from me. I just can't go out into public.
Right, lots of controversy with this. We were under, kind of this gag order where we weren't supposed to say anything about it, or about False having COVID-19 or anything like that. And it's crazy because he has continued to work at the GameStop, even though he is a super carrier, which it shows you right there something's fishy with this virus going around and how the government's handling it.
Yeah, it's totally fishy, and any country you go to, they're handling it in totally different fucking methods right now.
Oh yeah.
China, um, China is saying that they've basically eradicated it, and they reopened their movie theaters. They closed their movie theaters back down because they're saying, "Oh no, we have too many people coming from outside the country now with the virus." So we need to shut down. It's not our own people. It's not the people um, from Wuhan. It's not the 1,500 viruses at the Wuhan Center for Disease Control that are just fucking sitting there, innocuously sitting there at a disease center where they have 1,500 vials of diseases.
Right. There's that whole disease center, which is very close to this wet market, where there's all kinds of illegal, or whatever, animal trade going down, or what
Yeah,
people, some guy, I'm assuming, like we talked about earlier, some guy, having sex with a pangolin or a bat of some sort, which is commonplace. Like those things are gonna happen. So we're looking to do some of that research too. I know we're not trying to break any laws or anything like that, but we have done quite a bit of animal testing, humane animal testing here at the Bridging Realms Project. Extensive work with birds and raccoons. So I think we could really do some good work with a bat or a pangolin or whatever and do our own kind of viral research on this.
yeah, and we only take off the body parts that we need, and we give them two 1,000 milligram Tylenols, which
Right.
is enough to knock out any fucking animal. It knocks me out cold.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. We will keep these things sedated. Many of you are, streaming quite a bit. Hopefully, you're going to be streaming this episode of Bridging Realms, over this quarantine. And a lot of you are watching Tiger King, uh, about Joe Exotic and the illegal animal trade going on, and the mistreatment of animals.
Yeah.
We're definitely saying we don't do that kind of stuff in our animal testing. But those are the kind of thing for anybody saying like, oh, they're calling this a Chinese virus, which it is. It came from China, or in a lot of people's opinion, was created by China. But we have some crazy ass animal trade here in the United States, and that documentary is proof of that. There's exotic animals going all over the place. We've had to get some, especially for our birds episode. We had to get some a lot for the Bridging Realms project, and that sometimes that takes meeting some shady people.
It does take meeting some shady people, a lot of high school students, more than you'd expect, that come from certain towns, and
Right.
if you find one of those exotic animal parks, if you can get together with a high school student, you're probably going to get damn near anything you want.
Oh, definitely, definitely. They've got the hookups for a lot of different things. Um, so yeah, if if you're in the exotic animal business, hit us up on Twitter, on Facebook, whatever. We are always looking to do studies on these animals for various reasons. For birds, for our Sasquatch study, for El Chupacabra study, anything like that. And that's of course after this quarantine is over, after we get the Bridging Realms project back and open to where we're not working remotely, like we are here. I can't do all of that testing here at the palatial Carlisle estate, which is of course in an undisclosed location. We do not like to reveal everywhere that we go. We don't like to talk about which GameStop False works at, because we have been followed. We've
Yeah.
had our feed fucked with. We've tried to go live for you guys a couple of times this week, and somebody is shutting down our feed. So
Yeah, it just keeps happening. I do want to echo and just go further, Doc. If anybody out there is in that illegal animal trade, or you're just a high school kid wanting to make some extra bucks, old False and Dr. Gene, we're getting a big donation check straight from President Trump, in the form of that big fat $1,200 stimulus check we're about to get, and I'll take all the wildlife I can buy with that thing. I actually I am not getting paid by GameStop right now. They fired me because I had no sick time, but
oh
fortunately,
shit.
yeah, fortunately, those that socialist Bernie Sanders came through, and he got it to where I'm going to get that extra $600 of unemployment on top of the $17 I was getting unemployment from GameStop.
Oh dude, that's great. That is great. Hopefully, we here at the Bridging Realms Project will also be able to benefit. Hopefully, you out there are personally the listeners that you're going to benefit from this stimulus from the government. That's the least they can do for fucking us with this virus. Because obviously they knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is engineered. Obviously, this is some sort of psyop. Um, Definitely a psyop to see how docile we are, how easily we will stay in our homes, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
how easily that we're like, oh fuck yeah, I'll just chill in my house with some weed and some Netflix, and stream the fuck out of some shit, and get free premium Pornhub. Um, they're testing us. They're testing it out to see how easily controlled we are by this.
The Biden regime, the Joe Biden regime is testing a surveillance state right now. They want Trump out of office. They want us in a constant state of surveillance. They want us afraid to leave our homes. They want us working from home or on unemployment.
Right? Yeah. It's a huge power grab by the technocracy right now. They want this. They want everything online. They want us registered. I can see, in China they're using these government approved apps and stuff to check, to make sure, to allow you to leave your home. You have to like check with the app to make sure what you're doing is essential and approved, and they're checking, they're tracking your GPS and shit through the app. I mean, what is next? Soon they're gonna be tracking everything you do.
I have another piece of this conspiracy, and it just came to me. I got to be honest with you, Gene. It just came to me, and it struck like lightning.
Yeah.
I think I think Pornhub is part of this conspiracy. I think they don't want us going to mom and pop pornography stores, and I think they're trying to dominate us with the free online pornography.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. This is 100% in my opinion here. We're still doing the research. We're going to do the work for you. But in my opinion here, this is population control, right?
Right.
In more ways than one. They're taking out the old and the weak with this virus. And of course, uh, it is a real virus. I do believe it is a real virus, whether it be man made or extraterrestrial made or interdimensional made. I think it is a real virus. It is affecting us. I think the media is blowing it out of proportion to control us, like you said, and to possibly, get Trump out of office to make him look bad. You know,
100% they want Trump out of fucking office.
um, however, um, yeah, I think they're blowing it out of proportion a lot. Um, and it's it could people could people could get over it is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing some people don't have symptoms at all.
The people that are taking that medication that can also be used to clean fish tank, I saw on Reddit where there's a doctor who has cured 39 patients with this medication now. 639 patients, I'm sorry.
I've heard of this.
639 patients cured with that treatment stacked with a Z Pack and um, something else. I don't know. You stack them all together,
Yeah,
and
Z-Pack, Trump's miracle drug,
yeah,
not the fish tank kind. That'll fucking kill you.
yeah, 100%. That will kill you.
Uh, that is true. False actually did do some of that research, and it will harm you.
Oh yeah, I did the research myself. I tried it out on my nephew. I haven't seen him in a few days. So he might be dead right now.
Yeah, he might be. Um, Now, I'll tell you right now, the actual FDA approved drug that is an old drug used to treat malaria that Trump was originally talking about. I can attest to that. I have not done the Bridging Realms project testing in lab here, but I did in the 90s. I did do some traveling and some research over in the Amazon jungle into the orang pendek, the Sasquatch variant over in the Amazon.
Yeah,
And I did contract malaria, so I can tell you that drug does work on malaria for sure. And I was only there for about 6 hours. It was a very short tour. Um, and I mean I was bit by several animals like very very quickly,
yeah, I get it. Malaria
very
just
very quick.
yeah, malaria is it's easy to contract. I mean, you just fucking walk the wrong way. Walk kind of pigeon toed, you'll get malaria.
Right? Yeah, and luckily we made it through Ebola and stuff. um and we did both have swine flu. We both got that. But yeah, hopefully I make it out of this without COVID-19. I know you've got it, but False he's gotten over his symptoms, and he's good, just self quarantined.
Yeah, I can plan to continue the quarantine mostly because it pisses off my old manager at GameStop because he fired me. So I just pretty much I lick all the stuff around here, and just generally be a fucking asshole, lick customers' hands and faces, and do shit like that, just in the hopes that I'll contract COVID-19 once again and be stuck at the GameStop and eventually get my old job back.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's honestly a good fucking plan. And I mean, obviously we can't meet at Studio 51 to record. We can't go into work at the Bridging Realms project to to do this study and to do this research for you. So while I'm here, doing copious amounts of research on the internet, online, making phone calls here at home, False is doing that research out there. He's licking shit. He's getting his saliva everywhere. He's seeing if he can spread, if this spread is real, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
need to know the numbers on this spread. Nobody's got the real numbers out there. Everybody's talking flu versus COVID and stuff, and nobody's got the real numbers on how many people actually have it, how fast it spreads, what's the best method to spread it. Nobody has these numbers. We can get these from False staying in this GameStop.
Yeah, we can check a spread rate. We can definitely I'm taking phone numbers down from the Power Up Rewards program for everybody that I infect, and
Yes, this is very important. Yeah.
yeah, it's great research, and we're learning a lot about the virus. Just the two of us, we're learning a whole lot about the
Shut
virus.
up! It's fake news. Sorry, my dogs. They think something's outside. It's just a car door or something.
Yeah,
You shut the fuck up. They, you know,
think they're done.
yeah, they're fine.
Okay, okay.
They're fine. They're fine. It's like I said, fake news, man.
Speaking of these dogs, have you heard that a cat has been infected with COVID-19 in France?
Shit. See, now I had heard the rumors about dogs, and people kept saying it was fake news. Every time I tried to click the Fox article that people were sharing, it would be deleted.
Yeah,
So like I was very confused by that. So it looks like dogs are not the carriers; it's cats.
yeah, it totally looks like cats are the
That's
carriers.
fucking huge.
And this is just another fucking case of predictive media. Because what movie came out in December that everybody fucking hated? Cats.
Oh shit, dude, cats.
Yeah,
Yeah, that movie was an acid trip, man.
everybody fucking hates that movie. Admittedly, I love the shit. It's a wank fest all day long. I can't tell the men from the women, and I just go to town.
Yeah, you mentioned that to me, and I know we watched it together um, for research at work, and I could feel the tension. I know you felt like you were getting pretty worked up
I
watching it.
I I may or may not have been sitting on a Sibian. A gentleman never asks, and a lady never tells.
That's fucking gross, dude. I'm kind of actually upset that you would not tell me that you were doing that in the room. With me. We got a privacy thing. And now moving forward, we definitely can't do it. Spread of disease. So you definitely can't be like fapping it, or even edging at work. That's really everybody knows you do that.
Yeah, and that's I man, I gotta be honest. I only leaked about 3 times that night, so it wasn't even that big of a deal. You probably couldn't even tell.
No, I know I definitely couldn't. I heard kind of a low vibration. I thought it was just maybe the AC unit or something. So I definitely heard it, but no, definitely could not tell that there was any kind of leakage. But yeah, we definitely definitely don't want to be, having any bodily fluids or anything going around in the future.
Yeah.
We all want to stay safe. We're in a pandemic. So definitely watch that. I think people are going to have like a new kind of work at home culture. Like maybe actually False is ahead of the game here, because this work at home culture, like people are not going to be used to, going back to their 8 to 5 jobs and not being able to, fap it just at any time during the day at work
Oh
or anything
yeah.
like they can in a work from home situation.
My hand
You
stays
know,
clenched all day, you know. I mean, it's always clenched around it, you know. I can't really imagine, and that's in public for me. I can't imagine people are cranking the hog 24/7 if they're working from home for sure. I mean, you ever been on one of those Zoom calls? It's 30 guys cranking the hog all day.
right? Yeah, yeah. And that's what I'm wondering. You had your theory. You said that you think the porn industrial complex is in on this, right?
Yeah,
You
I
think
I
this
do.
could be, because everybody think this could be the Illuminati, could be Mr. Global, could be the deep state, if you will.
You I think you just cracked this. Big
So
porn, yeah.
you think it may the porn industrial complex, because you said you think Pornhub's in on it.
Yeah.
That we know that Pornhub has donated those masks. They donated what, fifty
Oh
thousand
yeah.
masks? Why? I mean, and everybody's confused about that. Like, you can't get masks anywhere right now. Why does Pornhub have 50,000 masks, like N95 masks, just laying around?
Yeah, and you know, I bet all of Pornhub's employees have been tested, you know. They're probably all clean as a whistle, nothing going on. But yeah, as you were saying, if everybody's sitting around cranking their hog all day, that's perfect for Pornhub. Pornhub will be the biggest business, biggest streaming service worldwide just from rampant hog cranking.
Right? They already they look great. They either bought the masks beforehand because they knew this was coming. They knew this was engineered. Um, or I guess they could just have it around for like your bodily fluids. Like maybe the sound guy has to wear that stuff during like scat or squirt videos or something.
Yeah, or like
You got to have
object
protection.
insertion.
Yeah, so maybe close-up shots. Maybe that's why they have those. But yeah, that's a lot of masks to just be able to donate. Plus, I mean, False. I could barely get False on this call. I could barely get him to step away in his off hours of quarantine since Pornhub Premium went free.
Yes.
Uh, it's that's been a huge thing, and I think that is really making money for them. So uh, they're really taking advantage of it. It makes me think that maybe this, like we said, the porn industrial complex could have a hand in this. Big porn.
Big Porn, GameStop is actually running their employee training through Pornhub now because it's so much more reliable for streaming than YouTube.
I really that's smart.
Yeah, most
Um,
companies are starting to do that. And if you can't find something on YouTube, go to Pornhub now. You'll find it.
oh yeah, I watch movies on there, non-pornographic, just movies that I can't find, um, or don't have the money to rent.
Yeah.
You can find usually a decent quality copy on there. In fact, we really should just start uploading episodes of the pod. Now that we're going video for you guys, we'll probably just get those episodes up on Pornhub too.
Yeah, most of our audience will probably find us on Pornhub a lot easier. I don't think Pornhub has the same search restrictions that a YouTube has, where they're going to bury our
No,
feed.
no, definitely not. I don't think they're gonna censor us like YouTube will. where they take down anything involving certain subjects. We haven't been able to do as much flat Earth as we'd like to because they take that stuff down. We can't get certain guests on because they take them down. False has not been able to get out his controversial opinions about certain, big restaurant brands.
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and say it. They can shut down the feed right now if they want to, but like TGI Fridays,
Fuck yes,
we
100% TGI
we
Fridays.
said we came out, we spoke out against TGI Fridays, especially after they kicked us out and they banned us from the Fridays in Utah. Um, we came out against them, and we have suffered huge backlash from Fridays. We have gotten horrible service there since, and a lot of online backlash. I got a couple of death threats, that were on Friday's napkins, and it's pretty scary, pretty horrifying stuff.
I had a menu mailed to me with a bullet hole through it.
To what? Yeah, what the fuck, man? You speak out against one big corporation, they fucking
Yeah.
come after you. So I wouldn't doubt, that this was put on by something like big porn. And hopefully they don't come after us. Let me know if you have any trouble with your streaming or your premium account, um, and see if we get any backlash. I hope we don't.
Yeah. I'd like to pivot a little bit. We're talking about corporations, a mega corporation like TGI Fridays. These
Yeah,
corporations are getting a big bailout right now, and the people that are getting the biggest bailout are the fucking billionaires. Why
right.
are we bailing out billionaires? Isn't that the reason they have billions of dollars, right? They they have billions of dollars for this point in time, but we have to bail their corporations out.
Exactly. We're bailing out these corporations, especially like ones run by like Bill Gates, who possibly had a hand in engineering this bullshit. He's stepping down from boards coincidentally and ran that huge virus pandemic simulation, right?
Yeah,
That
experiment
was
or Event 201. Event
right.
201. Guys, look that up. I'll put a link in the comments
Look it
and
up.
check it out. The
Fucking Event 201. It was a coronavirus. They were simulating it. We'll probably get in more trouble for saying that. But we expose truth here at Bridging Realms. That's just what we fucking do.
It says the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, right at the fucking bottom of the screen, funded this study. And it basically showed 65 million people dying over an uh, 18-month span due to a coronavirus that originated from pigs in Brazil and would get into bats in China.
Right there, bats in China. They knew it was coming. They were ready for this. Fucking Bill Gates is super into eugenics. He has a huge boner for eugenics. I think he's been wanting to thin out the herd for a while.
Yeah.
He really, I think his type there. And we can see this from an extent because we are also very intelligent people. We try to be at the height of human intelligence, and represent our species well, in the cosmos. And sometimes it is frustrating. I think he is on another level of intelligence, and he does not give a shit about the little people, like the dumbasses, the people who they have, with this psyop, been able to convince, like, oh no, you won't get infected. It's cool. Go outside and get your old relatives sick and die, kill off a whole generation. That's what they want to do.
Yeah. They for sure want to do that.
It is nothing to them. It is thinning out the herd. It is global population control, and Bill Gates could be in on this. Like, just go watch that fucking gif of him jumping over a chair and tell me he did not do this.
Yeah, he fucking did it.
Yeah,
That motherfucker.
it's there's too many strings attached, too many dots to put together, too many pieces of the puzzle falling into place. It's hard to deny.
What else is hard to deny is a celebrity who wants a coronavirus test when they don't have symptoms, apparently. Because what the fuck? You have no
Right.
symptoms, but you're getting a test whenever Joe Smo off the street who's fucking dying can't?
Yeah, they're all getting tests, yes and no, and people are dying. Celebrities, minor celebrities are dying now. It's probably a plan of the elite right there to knock off a couple of D-list, C-list celebrities,
Yeah.
so it seems a little bit more real to the people. So it's all going according to plan, like the narrative would. We're just seeing how the narrative's going to play out now and how long we have to stay in our fucking houses.
It makes me think that this whole thing is a big AR game, similar to like Cicada 101, where the elite are choosing those who successfully contract the virus. So, the elite, if you successfully contract the virus and you can get tested and prove you have it, my theory is you get let into Bohemian Grove this year.
Okay. Okay. So you think this is a way of thinning out and helping new people get into the elite.
I do. I think the elite are getting old. They have the old money, and they're not wanting to leave it to their relatives. I think so many of the relatives have kind of caught on to the old money game. So they want to cut them out, and they want to take people who have been historically poor and then just celebrities themselves. And that's why celebrities are trying to get the disease so bad. But they want these traditionally poor people that actually survive the virus, and they can't get the proper medical treatment. We know that. But they survive the virus, they get to join the elite, and they inherit some of this old money from the ones dying off.
That's wild, dude. And a total. I mean, that's plausible. That's completely plausible. Speaking of the elite and this theory, I want to talk about something similar, like the possibility of this virus being extraterrestrial in origin,
Yeah?
right? I've heard this theory, and I want to see what you think about it, of the virus, uh, you know, weeding out non, not either non-aliens or aliens. Like the virus would affect, anyone with only reptilian DNA, and this is you know the white knight, the Q side of things, uh, Trump's secret space force guys kind of getting it out there to weed out the reptilians.
Yeah, it could be to weed out the reptilians. There's also well, obviously we could go into that. That would be an attack by the Arcturians, correct?
Yeah, maybe, I guess, right. Could be, yeah, somebody like that, or with maybe help from some benevolent beings like the Pleiadians.
Oh, the
Uh,
Pleiadians, yes, of
it
course.
seems like they are good and like us. It's all there, it's all kind of enigmatic, though. We don't exactly know. And the government's in contact. This could be direct. This could be interdimensional. It could be a direct order from the Clockwork Elves.
Oh yeah.
Um, they could be in contact with these interdimensional beings, and that's where this virus is coming from, and why we're having such a hard time with it. Maybe it's not of our dimension.
It totally could be. There is more to that. I mean, Could the beings in the inner Earth be retaking the Earth?
I do like that theory right there. Is there's a lot of people bringing up is Mother Earth rallying back against us, and I'm saying it's a little M Night Shyamalan's The Happening, which could is a great film, really great underrated film, and I think that's plausible. I think the earth and nature could fight back, but even more plausible is what you just said. That theory right there, false. That is more plausible to me, where the beings inside the earth, in the inner earth,
Yeah.
we're talking hollow earth. This I know we have a lot of listeners that subscribe to flat Earth theory. We're talking a little something a little off of that. We're talking hollow Earth, so it's a ball, but there's fucking shit inside instead of just molten magma, which is stupid. Um, so yeah, the shit inside totally plausible. There could be beings in there, most likely reptilian beings within the inner Earth, and yeah, I think they could be fighting back. They could have released a virus, and we know that there are plenty of openings into the inner Earth in China. So
Oh yeah. Def- uh, there's so many inner Earth openings in China. It's ridiculous. Just a flat out tunnel system similar to the cartel's tunnel system over here, but leading straight to the inner Earth. I wanted to circle back to something you brought up a little bit ago, and that was the Q theory of it all.
right, yeah.
Q actually does have a working theory on this, and it's basically that all these celebrities are contracting the virus because they are the pedophile elite, and it's the way to imprison them. They lock them in their house under house arrest, and then they're able to keep them under constant lockdown. So either they're getting the choice of to let the virus kill them, or they will be taken to jail.
Okay. Okay. If that's the way it's going down, we've been waiting for this big mass arrest, right?
This is the Great
Everybody's
Awakening. It's
everybody's
happening
been
according to
waiting.
Q. Yeah.
Everybody's been waiting for that great awakening. Maybe this is it. Maybe they were just, they didn't want to do it so public, and or maybe they knew um, they couldn't do it through our corrupt American justice system, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, look how the justice system complete. I mean, Epstein just sailed through the justice system before they finally used it against him. But I mean, the justice system failed us with Epstein. So
It did. The justice system did fail us with Epstein. An innocent man dies in prison. You know.
yeah, so now this they bring out coronavirus, and coronavirus is just Judge Dredd on these motherfuckers,
Yeah.
and his judge, jury, and executioner there, and they got to decide. So so really, we're gonna find out here, what, like, because Tom Hanks already has it, so we'll find out about your number one suspect there,
Yep.
um, for CP Master, Tom Hanks, and one of the first people I'm interested to see if Idris Elba is part of the Illuminati. He was like one of the first people to announce he had it.
Another no
Um,
symptom case.
so if you die from the virus, that's your punishment, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the virus isn't real at all, according to Q. It just means that they will kill them and then say that they succumb to the virus.
Oh, okay, okay. So Q is saying that all the viruses that we have going around right now, all the news of all the deaths and the people that are sick from it, that's all fake.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's how the Q story goes. You gotta follow the twists and turns, and decide if it all lines up. It's a pretty wild ride.
It is, I'm just glad we finally made it to the Great Awakening here. I've been waiting so hard for this, and
Yeah, I know
it's
it's a big day for you.
it's here now. It's a big day. Um, and I'm just so glad to be vindicated. The minute I get out of here, I'm going down to Comet Ping Pong. Gonna celebrate with the boys.
Of course, yeah, get some pizza. Um, it's a time of celebration for those on the Q track, and for anybody that's been waiting for this pandemic to happen. We've been kind of predicting that some kind of global event will be perpetrated by the deep state um, pretty soon to get more control, and this seems to be it. So, for most conspiracy theorists in this time of isolation, um, to get your mind off things, go ahead, do some celebration, right? You know, Fap it to your heart's desire,
Yeah,
rub it in your family's face. Say, hey, fucking told you so. I've been preaching this stuff at Thanksgiving and Christmas and shit, and you tell me to shut the fuck up. Well, guess what? Everybody woke up with Epstein. Well, here it is. Here it is. Everybody woke up, and now guess what? The shit's hit the fan, and the global control is kicking in. This is the event.
everyone you love is a pedophile.
Yeah, so rub it in their faces. Get some celebration in. This is your time as part of the conspiracy community to really celebrate, because you're living through part of it now,
Yeah,
right? We're all living through part of it. What we said was going to happen was going to happen. We are right. We were exposing truth. We were always right. We will always be right. And you can really just sit in that and really just feel it.
this is our Michael Jackson sitting in the movie theater eating popcorn gif moment right here for all conspiracy theorists.
Oh fuck yeah, yes. So just savor this, enjoy it, listen to podcasts, listen to a bunch of Bridging Realms, whatever other conspiracy podcasts you subscribe to. You know, watch some Ancient Aliens. I
Yeah,
will fuck those guys, but check out that Skinwalker show that's coming on tomorrow night. I know I'll be watching it. Well, if you guys see anything interesting on it, engage with us on social media, because we're stuck. Everybody's stuck. So we're going to be hopefully going live to you guys some more and get some audience interaction between you guys and us over this quarantine, this social distancing. No telling how long it could last.
yeah, and guys, Bridging Realms is going to have a video element for the foreseeable future, but don't think you're really missing out if you just listen to the audio version of the podcast. Keep listening to the audio version. If we have any original content we show on the video feed, we will get links so you guys can see it. You won't miss anything. It's still the Bridging Realms experience you love.
Right. We'll get that separate content, anything we put out over the live stream. It'll be fun and exclusive for those people that get to see it. And then later we will break it up and, release it to you guys. But this, yeah, we just want to give you guys a little extra cool video element to see our faces and, reward those fans that we have there on YouTube. But if you're on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or fucking anywhere else you podcast, it's just our voices are good too. It's probably like not as good a quality, but you're not missing that much not seeing our faces. So
Yep. Well, guys, I think that about wraps it up for us for this episode of Bridging Realms. Doc, you got anything you need to add before we go?
no, just stay safe, stay healthy. I'm gonna get off this feed and load another bowl and just sit back in quarantine and enjoy the ride on this crazy psyop we're on.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Once again, I am False Freedom 691.
And I'm Dr. Gene Carlisle. Thank you all for Bridging Realms.